It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cut! 180! What we got?
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and an alley to run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Echo.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21-0 our score after 1. Now on second down, this is Gurley.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Here's Goff, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Aaron Donald on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Silver.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. The screen pass here to Cohen. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They try again with Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, gone. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Brings up 4th down.
Fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Cohen on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. A first throw for the backup, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 99. Off.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
From the red zone now, Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Line 20. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right over there, right over there.
From the gun, here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Mike, you don't want to listen. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, seam 6.
Goff now looks to throw, and it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, let's get off the field.
17.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Eckler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to find Kirk complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Now, he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse